Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Beauty Shaman. So today I'm going to talk to Dr. Bella Eisenhower, the fabulous Dr. Bella Eisenhower, again, about some health subject. And our subject today is collagen. It's a very big subject. A lot of companies are carrying collagen vitamins. It's a big trend, I guess. And so I'm curious as to, is this helpful for women? What do we need to know about this? Do these vitamins work? And who better to talk to than Dr. Eisenhower? Thank you for joining me, Bella.
I'm glad to be here. So excited to talk about this too, because there's so many layers.
There are a lot of layers. And you and I started talking about this because I have had a lot of people ask me about it. I started taking collagen in my green juice and it messed with my stomach. And so we've had a lot of discussions about collagen. So I just feel like this is a really good discussion to have to give to the audience. So let's talk about, a lot of skincare companies are coming out with collagen pills. So if you go online to a lot, especially natural, or clean or organic or whatever companies are coming out with a lot of supplements. How effective are these? Well, actually, before we get into that, let's first clarify, what is collagen? What does it do? Why are we talking about this?
Okay, good. Okay, so let's think about collagen as the lattice work. Okay, it's just lattice. And that lattice is what everything else kind of hangs on. Your fat tissue, your muscle tissue, things like that. So it's like a rope, it looks just like a rope, and then like three ropes roped together. So it's a very complex structure, and it is necessary to our body. We have all different types of collagen, and that is one thing I want to discuss here, because most of these industries are focusing on like type 2 collagen, type 3 collagen, where skin is actually type 1 collagen, as is bone. And let me just refer to my other notes. Bone, and tendons, vascular, so the endothelium of the vascular system and your organs. So it's much more, I guess, I would say it's more of a refined type of collagen. And then so type 2 is collagen, and type 3 is, which is not that great, it's reticular fibers. So that's like fibroblast, and it's more for like if you have a scar, things like that. And that's what sometimes builds up in our vascular system and can create atherosclerosis, things like that, which we really don't need much of type 3 floating around in our blood.
So what causes as we age, which type of collagen is the one that depletes, that we start to look saggy, everything starts to kind of go, like, what is that? Which one?
Type 1.
Yeah, type 1.
But here's the thing is, yes, we need that collagen. And maybe I'll go into right now. So what we need to look at is, why is our collagen breaking down? Okay. So that can happen way back in your 20s, your 30s and on. And it is the bad word cortisol that actually causes degradation of our collagen. So if you see really overstressed people that drink a lot of coffee, people that do drugs like cocaine and etc., they look aged. Like, really, if you think about it, go back and think about your people that live that kind of lifestyle intensely. They don't have that structure holding their tissue in place. And therefore, remember, it's in the cardiovascular system, in the bones, in the organs. So it's really not so much, do we need it? Yes, but let's not break it down when our body is trying to make it. And then, so it's like, collagen is like having a bunch of tools laying around in the house, and they're not going to do anything unless something instructs it to do it, basically. And it's all about biochemistry. And naturopathic doctors, we study 4 to 5 years of nutritional science, and that's biochemistry, pathophysiology, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it is my ever so harping on always, vitamin C that instructs that winding of the collagen fibers. Basically, it's vitamin C donates hydrogen, which causes a hydroxyl group. Like, I don't want to get into too much of it.
Don't get too technical because I don't want to lose me.
I know. Well, okay. So anyway, if we don't have enough vitamin C, we could have all the collagen, basically amino acids we want in our blood, but without growth factors, as we age, without our hormones instructing to build and repair, that sort of thing. And say we have all those hormones saying, ooh, I have an injury, or ooh, my system's kind of breaking down due to having too much cortisol, caffeine, stress, whatever. But if you don't have enough vitamin C, then that's never going to happen. You can have all the tools, but the vitamin C is like the little worker guy that's going in there, or like the contractor orchestrating, okay, and it's a donor to the system. So collagen is like amino acids, and some amino acids that are essential amino acids like proline and lysine that our body doesn't make. So when we eat collagen, we're getting some of those amino acids, which is important, like proline and glycine and lysine. And then, but it's vitamin C and lysine, it's our bodies do not make. So that is kind of the thing that we really need to focus on. And most of my vitamin C's I prescribe or recommend are a vitamin C with a lysine, basically. So you could take all the collagen you want, and really we're taking the wrong kind. We should be taking hydroxyapatite, which is a type 1 collagen. And that's my calcium that I always recommend for my women, is a hydroxyapatite, which actually comes from, like, my source is New Zealand veal bone. So a clean veal that doesn't have the mad cow disease in it, basically. But that is the collagen that is for the skin, not type 2, not type 3. And you look on the container and it's all type 2, type 3. So
about quantities. So, okay, we
yeah.
need to have vitamin C, and you're also speaking more about a holistic approach to it, not just, and I think this is really important for people to understand, is that it's not like the whole medical model is, okay, you have problems with the thyroid, let's give you a thyroid med. I think the holistic approach, the naturopathic approach, which is yours, is no, we look at the whole person. It's not just the thyroid. Your whole system needs to be rebalanced. I think in talking about collagen and the skin, it's not just, hey, throw some collagen at it and plump, voila. Saying it's a holistic approach. So let's kind of go that direction, because you did get into, okay, yeah, you've got the vitamin C, you've got lysine, you've got these things that are going to all work together. So maybe we can funnel down that a little bit more with what that looks like, right?
Right. So, and then this will all be on my website that you can refer to. I really, don't like to give specific doses per se, but anyway, in general, let's say it that way. So first of all, as a naturopathic doctor, we say, well, what's the cause of your collagen breaking down? Okay, well, too much stress, too much coffee, dehydration is a big one, and pretty much all of that exacerbates stress, the cortisol. And vitamin C helps support the adrenals, so it's kind of like trying to calm that cortisol response down, or repairing. That's vitamin C concentrates in the adrenals for a reason. So when cortisol is going up, that's oxidative stress, that's damaging, it's breaking down our body for that fight or flight, to put everything in our blood to be able to get away or what have you. So that's what, that's the first thing I recommend. Stop breaking it down, and then give the body what it needs. Okay. And that is vitamin C, good water, good amino acids that are necessary. So you could even take an amino acid powder, that you want to look at they put the highest amount of amino acid that's in there first. So if lysine and proline and glycine are way down at the bottom, it's like, skip that one. You want one that has those high the high counts. So, but remember too, hydroxyapatite is what specifically to the skin. So even just like 1,000 milligrams a day would be sufficient, as long as my cardinal rule is 3,000 milligrams of a time released vitamin C, ideally with a lysine. And those will be on my websites when the ones I like, basically. But, and then here's the other big thing, that it ain't always about collagen for women. It's fat. We got to have fat. So we could have all this structure, but if we don't have our hormones like progesterone, really estrogen, that baby estrogen, I use estriol. I think that is it's the baby estrogen that, you know, we've already talked about this in my other videos, but that baby estrogen that keeps that subcutaneous fat in your skin, that layer. And I like that layer because if you get sick for a period of time, your body has access to that as an insulation, basically. And it is insulation from toxins, what have you, just even toxins on your skin. So maintaining, you know, your hormones as we age, our anabolic hormones. So I might use IGF and, you know, maybe estriol. I may use some growth factors, things like that, that are anabolic hormones, DHEA. So if cortisol is high, DHEA is low, and that's all in the adrenals. So my high stress, overworked, all of that, you know, DHEA is low. So those are the things that I will look at. But 9 times out of 10, what you tell me in your intake, I know, I can see it in your face, you know, too. So did I answer your question?
You did. You did very thoroughly too. That was great.
Okay.
That was awesome. I think what
Okay.
I'm thinking is, you know, and because it's clear to me as you're talking, as we get older, because both of us are, you know, we're edging up there, late 40s,
Mm-hmm.
50s, 60s. Why like everything starts to go down, because it's a hormonal thing. If there's a lot of other factors going on, the collagen
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily, it's a good thing, and you know, it's good to have it, and you're talking about
Yes.
ways that we
The
can,
amino acids are good to have. Yes.
but we're talking about like taking the whole thing and having the fat under your skin and having those kind of things, which I appreciate, because I think as women we sort of run, like, you know, I noticed that the skincare, because I'm heavily involved obviously in the beauty industry, that they
Mm-hmm.
take a topic like collagen and say,
Yeah, it's very trendy. I call it trendy.
and you know, I think the
Mm-hmm.
food industries like this, like eggs are out, eggs are in, you know, and I think,
Yes, fats in, fats out.
right.
Yeah.
And I think as women, kind of what you're talking about here is a balanced approach. It's a reasonable, temperate view of what does my body specifically need and how can
Mm-hmm.
I handle this, rather than, okay, let me just buy another supplement, which, you know,
Right.
right? Is that kind of
The right one.
direction here? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Supplementation is great because we are Western women. We are stressed. Our diets are lower in nutrients. So as we age, we want to think good protein, good fats, and good minerals that, you know, and vitamin C, of course. So, you know, as we age, we're not as active per se. So we don't need a lot of carbohydrates. You know, we need more protein for rebuilding, repairing, restoring, and our fats, which is our hormones, our neurotransmitters, our brain, nerve cells, all of that. So we just have to, and I think as we age, people are like, oh my God, I'm gaining all this weight. So they stop eating good fats and things, but that's the wrong thing to do. And that's not how you lose weight, because then you look aged, you know, you lose that weight.
That is so true. And I think, you know, we're going to close out here, but I think that was one of my big mistakes as I started gaining weight with menopause. And, you know, I just looked drained and thin and you know, starving myself. And, you know, and now I'm kind of making peace with it, right? Like, you know,
Yes.
there's a little bit more going on,
Yeah.
but okay, because ultimately it helps my skin look better and look more plumped. And, you know,
Right.
you have to choose between your face and your ass, basically.
Yeah,
Choose,
true.
right?
This day, trendy big asses are in. So,
So let's just go in, right?
right.
But anyway,
Right.
back to the topic at hand, back to college. And so I think, you know, I love your advice. I feel like this is very practical. for women to take more of a holistic approach. Are they taking their vitamin C? Are they taking their enzymes? That sort of thing, which I think takes a lot more education than just, let me just go on and buy some collagen. And you're
Yeah.
not against taking collagen. What you're saying is
No.
look at the, and you did talk specifically about that, which was great, about look at what's
The
on
type of,
the ingredient list and where does it
yes.
fall in there. And I think, you know, if women can go back and just take notes on what you said, I think those are great pieces of advice to
Mm-hmm.
help with making the right decisions when it comes to taking different supplements, particularly collagen.
Right. Yeah. And, another thing to throw in there is, exercise, but moderate exercise, because when you're over exercise and you're going into anaerobic state and your cortisol is way high, so you're breaking down lots, more than we really are rebuilding, because we don't have all those hormones say rebuild. So it's like moderate exercise that stimulates, as your face is jarring when you're running, well, that's actually toning your skin. I mean, it's toning that structure in there. So it's like, that's good. Or in building muscle to, maintain the heels under the fat, basically. So light exercise, moderate exercise is important.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
And I think that's very true. I notice when I take care of my body in a holistic way, like what you're talking about with exercise and how I eat and just being really mindful that, my skin does look a ton better. Of course, I get facials, and we've talked all about this because I'm,
Yeah.
I'm an inner and outer, right? That's kind of the theme here. But
Yeah.
but anyway, so I really appreciate everything you shared. This has been super valuable. I hope that the audience, you women out there have really learned from this. Please write in the comments down below. And if you have any specific questions for Dr. Eisenhower, please put them down there and I will connect you to talk to her specifically. Go to her website, which is, what's your website? Medicine.
Well, I have two, but you can link, one will take you to the other, but my protocols are on Maverick Medicine DR at, wait.
.com. Madison Medicine Doctor.
Yes,
FDR.com.
Yeah, I have to pull it up. Yeah, Maverick Medicine DR.com. Yeah.
Awesome.
And if you'll just link that below, that'll be easy for them.
Absolutely. I'll link it below. And ladies, please, go and visit her, write any questions you might have, or email her directly. So thank you for watching The Beauty Shaman, and read your labels.